Some aspects of my life I don't claim that I still even today. A lot of if I'd had maybe one home that I'd lived in, if that I'd had more decision-making opportunities. What if I didn't have a diagnosis of anything when I did? If only I had found my own way. What if my life was more written by me rather than by those people sort of pulling and tugging externally? So hi, I am William. I am 25 years old. I live in Dunedin. I am an advocate and representative in the disability community. I'm not conscious of that. I'm also an artist and dancer in the creative, interpretive side. 14 years old, I got diagnosed with autism and Asperger's. So for me, for my diagnosis journey, I started that at 4 years old. I was noticing a few different changes, and so by the time I was 7, I had one assessment for then, I think I had ADHD at one point, and then about 11 or 12, some people thought that I had Tourette's, which I used, if I understand this correctly, people just throwing things out of the bucket. When I got diagnosed with autism and Asperger's, I sort of learned a bit about it and just understand it. It's like, how does that characterise or represent me and represent myself? I think I'm just a normal human being. I feel more like I need to toughen my confidence and my anxiety, just play a bit of some time. Some of the things that give me anxiety are family or emotional disruptions, money issues, when I want to eat sometimes, just trying to arrange transport, what time am I going to get home. The brightest is when, like, having lots on your plate and just trying to have a diverse range of activities or tasks or interests or passions in your daily life.
Will's a theoriser, a neologian in terms that he makes up words, but he deeply thinks about issues that are important to him. My favourite made-up word of his is that he describes himself as a platist. So he, other people tell him sometimes that he takes on too much. I am the director of the Donald Beasley Institute. We're focused on research and education in the field of disability, but we have a very particular and strong focus on learning disability. Central to our work is a really inclusive research approach. In research, we talk about theorising all the time, and Will, he loves coming up with the ideas. He's a huge thinker.
It is 10 years of me visiting and connecting and being a part of Donald Beasley Institute. I'm off to the Donald Beasley. I am a disability advocate and advisor to different projects. So, welcome to the Donald Beasley. Here's the research team.
This place fulfills two roles. One when he comes here to work and one for when he comes here to talk.
And then through here is Paul, the senior researcher. Cheers. Hi, William here.
Often his work will involve working with Paul.
Been good, yeah?
Paul's office is a place that is safe and where he can be himself.
Yeah, sure. So I'm currently sitting in my green chair. This is not my green chair.
My green chair.
So the thing that's chair, I can just come here and chill, and I can just sort of almost let my physical energy sort of just be put to rest, and I can just all focus on my intellectual or my mind energy, you know. Just takes a stage.
But I guess in the original days, we were tossing around the idea of tūranga waiwai, a place to stand.
Sure thing, yeah.
And you said to me, Paul, actually, I think what people with learning disabilities need as a place to sit. And so I guess in a way the chair was, I don't know, it kind of began as a place where you started to challenge or question some of the things you experience in the group home, right?
Yeah.
So like a lot of your developing sense of yourself as a man was, you know, kind of informed by you moving from home into a residential service at 14.
So, yeah.
And the usurping of your voice that happened then.
Okay. Good joke. My family, I have my dad that lives with his family, and then also I have my mum that lives just with my cat at home. Since I was 14 years old, I've been living in my residential service. So I always reflect like having to readjust to there. I used to have all those offenness of unsettled or having to readjust. Had this different sort of aspect of me in each home, I guess. I remember when I was a kid, me and my dad used to go and have jam on so it's a jam with cheese, jam cheese sandwiches. They were always I could have had for picnics. It's a bit hot, yeah. Okay. So this is my room. When I was young, me and my granny used to read a lot, and she helped a lot of my reading. We used to she'd do a chapter, and I used to do a page, and then over months gone by, sort of it went to almost like page by page, and then almost like went to line by line until I was reading the full book, and I was very pleased with that. And I used to, ever since I always been a fan of books, like you know. Here's a document I got many years ago. This is one of the first books I got around sort of disability and autism and that type of stuff. Apparently, I have some connection to Poland through some of my dad's family's ancestors, I think. So there's a book here, Out to the Future. I was interested in the future and how to create my life. Yeah, and yeah, in ways of different, help find the life that they can bring me strong. Yeah, sweet. I think anxiety comes out just because the idea of like confidence or as I said, decision making wasn't strong enough because of the information that I didn't have. I had lots of moments where I've felt I've needed reassurance on things, or I need to check in a lot.
I don't think you can underestimate the damage that's potentially done when from 14 to adulthood, there's no personal agency in your life. For example, money is a mystery and contracts, finding a house for yourself, all of these things weren't even ordinarily expected. You know, that wasn't your expected trajectory, was it? That wasn't the way your life was going to play out.
True.
Trying to understand why it was so hard to make the ordinary adult transition from living in a community group home to actually living in a self-authored life.
He was probably about 16 or 17 when I met him, getting towards the end of his life at school. And he was really keen to come to the Donald Beasley Institute for work experience.
I guess it feels a lot like, I guess that's where I started. I used to look at it like I started my journey, even when I started going to people first, and when I started going to things outside of that, I all started from the Donald Beasley.
I actually met Will through my partner Paul, who works at the Donald Beasley. I think back to a way that he described himself actually, which was as a platist, and as a person that puts all of these different things on his plate. And as he goes around doing that, he kind of collects us on the way. I am the General Manager for the South Island for CCS Disability Action. So as an organisation, our focus is really on people being included in the life of their family and community in everyday settings. When I first met Will, he was living at Mount Cargill Trust, and at that stage, gosh, he was probably 17 or 18, and was kind of clear that he thought that there would be a different place for him to live in the future, but that was probably quite a wee way off. And so we'd started doing a lot of research and a lot of work around where he could live and what that might look like, because it does take Will some time to make sure he's thought through all of the options. And so for him, that's probably added levels of anxiety at times that have made him really uncomfortable. But in true Will fashion, he just keeps going and he keeps looking for the next solution and the next idea.
There's a lot of talking in my life, but still working out on the action side. I guess it's sometimes, I think a lot of things, and especially a lot of things, I just don't always get into the action side of getting things either achieved or the journey to success, I guess,
Such great things about starting to live your life a bit more independently, but it's also really hard as well.
Like trying to find a home that fits well. Yeah. That's one big thing. Like I used to I've usually had most of my time still do, until now at this point, living in a room that just never really I don't really understand how the option could be a small unit house,
Over 18 months, it got to the point where everybody around the table went, come on, Will, leap of faith, let's just give it a go.
But now have we Good to have now.
Now, after 2 years of living in the community, he's tried 2 or 3 different options, and now he's gone, actually, I want to live by myself, and he's on the hunt for his own flat.
Just trying to establish my home life in a stronger way. Almost like I've rebirthed myself since exiting or transitioning out of residential care.
Remember, you just started dancing too, and we started to explore the dance that you did, the solo piece that you choreographed.
And creating choreography and had it what elements I can put into my dance, and how to represent sort of that phase or that way of thinking in my dance.
And so it coded for all sorts of things you danced. You were worried about saying the things that you were thinking out loud, and dance became a very subtle and secretive way of you expressing yourself as a man.
Okay, this is where my dance, this is where I sometimes dance. I'm going to the dance room now. The dance has helped me to loosen up on my body, maybe working on my voice and speaking and presenting in open public spaces or group situations. For me, I was just trying to find a way of scripting or sort of writing a bit of my own decision-making pathways.
Hello.
Hi, Hannah. Hey.
Good, how are you?
Welcome to dance class.
Thank you. Thank you. How are you?
Doing good, yeah.
Right down here.
Awesome.
Having a good day?
Having a good day, yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ready to do some stuff?
Ready to do some stuff, yeah.
I'll take my shoes off.
Awesome.
I'm Hannah Briggs, and I'm co-founder of GASP Dance Collective. I've been running inclusive dance classes for adults with and without disabilities, and we focus on creativity, performance, dance fitness, and just generally having lots and lots of fun.
Dance is just such a amazing art form for anyone that maybe finds, well, not even finds words. I mean, some people find words difficult, or some people have a lot of words they want to explore, and it's a way to, it's a way to be expressive, but in a really physical sense. We have to really trust each other, so you have to pull away. And if I let go, Will would go crashing on the floor, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. No, so I think I did the lassie jar type thing.
So you kind of, the movements build up.
This dance, just trying to explore who I am and trying to find also my journey of how I just sort of break through a lot of things and trying to fight for me to be my own self.
For Will, he's just got so many ideas, there's so much going on in his amazing brain that being able to find different ways of exploring these ideas and expressing himself is really beneficial. So whether that's dancing or writing, public talking, he's getting it all out.
This is Studio 2 in Margaret Freeman Gallery. This is Megan, one of the studio assistants. I just started coming here to help express myself. As I was starting into dance, I also start getting into art as well, which I always used to like drawing and doing creative stuff. Enjoying the moment, or just thinking through some things of the day, or just focusing on my colours or the design of who I'm working on. Probably less anxious if I get focused, yeah. Here we go. Going over to Toastmasters. I was wandering around and all of a sudden I saw a sign for Toastmasters. I'll try this time and see if I can wander in and sort of try out a session. And so as I did, that was how it happened, and just how warming and how comfortable I felt with the group around me. I think it's helping me in terms of hopefully speaking and I really just need to find a moment to slow down. Hi, William here.
Okay, William.
How are you? Okay,
see you again.
Cool.
How are you?
Yeah, good. Hello, welcome. Hey guys, welcome.
Hey Will, how you doing?
I'm good.
Our speaker this morning is William, and I'd like to welcome Will to the lecture.
Welcome and good morning, fellow Toastmasters. My name is William, and today I'm going to talk to you about caring for our feline counterparts. Men's real best friend, the cat. In the minutes that follow, I'm going to convince you that cats are really very friendly and a lot of fun to look after. A healthy diet for cats consists of small portions of dried food and water, canned or packaged beef, lamb, chicken or fish meals. Save a little corner on your bed like I have, and you too can have a best friend like me. Thank you for your time.
It was posture and a grin and eye contact. And what a great way to start a speech. He nailed it. He got himself ready. He wasn't panicking. He didn't rush into it. He just set himself up nice and straight and he smiled. And we could all learn something from that today. What could make the speech better? I encourage him to reduce his notes rather than to have the words. He knows what his cat Monty looks like. He knows the foods that cats like to eat. So congratulate William on a great speech and look forward to his next one.
Thanks all. Cheers. We'll see you next week. Yep, awesome. They're very great comments. I was just working on just make sure those sentences happen and a bit more substance and giving more examples. Yeah. It's all good. And just keep expanding and growing. Yeah.
You talked a little bit about being a nomad by choice, which meant that you were always a visitor in places. would it be fair to say that some of your anxieties is about finding places of belonging, and are you contributing, you know, like are you adding value to place? And I get a sense that...
Definitely. Because like in earlier days, like I remember like when I first started connecting, also tried and bring something with me rather than just... I felt that was a way of sort of almost purchasing my right to be in it. So it's like whether I brought a resource in, whether... And that's kind of idea of being thoughtful as well.
Hi, Will.
Hi Josh, William speaking.
Hi. I just missed your call. Is everything okay?
Everything's okay. Just wondering, are you keen to go to town tonight?
Yes.
Awesome, that'll be great. Awesome.
Yeah.
For sure, I'm just going to get ready myself. So we'll see you soon.
Okay.
Awesome, cheers. All the best, Josh, we'll see you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, awesome. Bye. Hey. Alright, here's my clothes for tonight. I'm just going to decide which ones I'm going to wear. Okay. I've sort of not really engaged or invested enough in emotionally or socially in friendships. I found this sort of easier with the professional relationships. Let's go, I'll take my phone course for it. So let me sort that out. Listen, I need to be some more in somehow, or just allow to loosen up a bit more. Yes. Hey, going good. Hey, going good. What's good? Hey, Josh. Hi, how are you? Going good, yeah. Inside, yeah, sure, yeah, it's in here, man, yeah.
Well, we met both of Holy when I was thinking about diploma in marketing.
We had to definitely split each other around at that point, and then it sort of took a few months to actually start connecting other.
And then from there, we went to a number of disability advocate groups.
Oh, mad.
I've been trying to help all to grow this network post, but to also meet new people.
Yes. Really.
We enjoy socialising. Well, we like going out to the bars, we like going out to cafes.
Hello. Can I get a lemon and bitters? What do you think? Socially, yeah, I'm almost like put the fence line, the gates are about to be open, or the fences just to be knocked down, you know. Otherwise, there's something with squid, but I'm unsure what tamarind dressing would represent.
I've seen a significant change in his confidence and his ability to relate to people. We've still got a long way to go, but I hope you get there.
Hey,
Okay,
yeah. And things, you know, like having to sort of shared ownership or co-ownership on sort of decisions or collaborative things, like, and that's part of actually what I think looking for work, I think, is that trying to find a way that I can do things on my own and trust that I've got this, rather than sort of, I still don't think, almost the doubt and the fear, I need to check in just to have I actually got this right, you know.
I think you're brave, Will. I think you're brave for all sorts of reasons. One, because you do things in leotards that I would never imagine doing. Like you do things that I think are beyond most people's comfort zone, right?
Sure.
More importantly, that you're brave is some of your struggles and anxieties are actually around decision making, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, having people having made decisions for you for so long, and yet you still take the step into the unknown. You force yourself to be in a place where it actually, whilst your inclination is to rely on your chairs, it actually forces you to step up to the plate and make decisions. And I think that's actually the height of bravery.
For Will, I hope that he can get to a place where he can judge himself on him rather than looking to judge himself on everybody else. Because the journey that he's made, he's been braver than most of us ever have to be.
The people that all have a different element that they bring. Mel, she's helped me transition from a residential service to my community, and just Paul, I love from the first time I met, I sort of just wandered in and how we can expand on things and listen to each other and learn off each other. Bridget helped me with sort of the Advocacy representative side. Tahana, she brought me into the theatre, community, acting and performance. But I think there's some big shifts, ice big shifts or something somehow. Just there's still lots of things I need to achieve going forward. Come on, life.
Attitude was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.